but on the way home, they'll be able to put most of that warm weather wear away. Jenny Milkowski, how are the roads looking so far?
You know what? Most of them not too bad. Kennedy inbound, though, this is not a nice commute. It's going to take you an hour 25 if you're heading from O'Hare to downtown. The entire stretch of 90 is really jammed up. Plus, to make matters worse, we've got a stalled car at Ohio, so that is blocking that left center lane, just adding to the already existing mess. Up onto O'Hare, not quite as bad. It's going to take you about 50 minutes. Now, from the Kennedy over to the Edens, both sides have kind of calmed themselves down. 25 minutes to the junction and toward Lake Cook Road. West Chicago still have a crash on the westbound side of Roosevelt, which is Route 38. That is closed from McChesney to Cress. Over on the Bishop Ford inbound side, still have this delay starting right smack at 8094 till you reach about Dalton. That's where we had a rollover crash. That's been cleared, but that is a 20-minute delay still. I-57, that's kind of jammed up inbound side. You can see it's about a 15-minute delay. From I-57 over to the Ryan Pershing heading in, that's a little bit slow, but you know what? It's been really nice and quiet all morning on the Ryan. No crashes and only about a 10-minute delay overall.
All right, Jenny, thank you. Okay, you guys, I got one more I got to get out of my system. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Biggs.
Biggs who?
Biggs, the doorbell is broken.
It's you're 1 for 2 now, at least. All right. Hey, time for some specialized Cubs Indians trivia.
Don't be at Zany's this week.
Yeah, the big one up in Rosemont, no problem. And then Chuckles in Pittsburgh after that. All right, you guys, time for some more Cubs Indians trivia. Jenny, Corey, Dard, Mike. Are you guys ready for the first one? Here's the question. Now, the Indians Stadium, of course, is named Progressive Field. Which of the following statements about Progressive Field are false? False. A, Flo the Progressive Insurance Gal has thrown out a first pitch at a Cleveland Indians game. B, the stadium was originally called Jacobs Field and was known as the Jake, and our own Jake Hamilton was actually named after the Jake because his grandparents grew up as Cleveland Indians fans. Or C, past promotional events at Progressive Field include Snowpening Day, complete with an ice skating rink and a makeshift tubing hill. One of those is not true. Mike Kaplan, let's start with you. What's your guess?
C.
Huh? C, he says C is not true, that there was never a Snowpening Day. Jenny?
C is not true.
B.
Okay.
You say B.
B.
That's
Jake, the Jake thing?
I'm going with B
you
as
guys
well.
are saying
B as in boy.
Not true
B,
means false.
That it was known as the Jake, but the Jake Hamilton was not named after the Jake.
Correct.
That's
Yep,
well, the
that's
three of you are correct.
Yay!
Which means Mike Kaplan was wrong. Wrong.
There's
That's
a first time for
Jake
everything.
Hamilton was not named after the Jake, of course, but he was, of course, named after Hamilton the musical in a bit of time-traveling excitement. All right. We got another one for you. Now, when the Indians won the World Series in 1948, the Cubs' record was what? 90 and 64, 64 and 90, or 77 and 77? The Cubs' record, the year the Indians won the World Series in 48. Mike Kaplan?
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to say choice A.
You say they were 90 and 64. Our panel here at home?
B.
64 and 90, Jenny says.
I'm sticking with
Corey?
B as well.
I think it was A as well. They were pretty good.
So they're pretty good. And Darlene?
I said B. I'm going with Jenny.
Well, I'll tell you what. The ladies were right. The Cubs were 64 and 90. 28 and a half games out of first place in 1948.
I should be a
How
sports
about
reporter.
that?
Yeah.
All right. You guys ready for one more?
Sure,
Ready
yes,
for one more?
please.
True or false, all of the following players played for both the Indians and the Cubs in their careers. Rick Sutcliffe, Manny Trio, Kerry Wood, Paul Assenmacher, Pat Tabler, Dennis Eckersley, Rich Hill, Sam Loomis, and Sean Dunston. True or false, they all played for the Cubs and the Indians. Mike Kaplan.
True.
Well, I'm gonna go with what he said.
I'm saying false.
You
One of
went
those
through that
names.
list pretty darn fast.
Yeah, you did.
Want to do it one more time? I'm kidding. I'll go yes.
And you're
I
saying?
said false.
False! Trick question! I threw in the middle of there. All of those guys did except for Sam Loomis, because Sam Loomis was actually a character in Halloween, the original movie.
Why? What's wrong with Mike Kaplan today? He's off his game.
He was
0 for
off.
3.
And he's the
0 for
serious
3.
Cubs fan there.
He's never lost a trivia game in his life.
No.
I think he threw it on purpose. I think he knew the answer to all three of those, and he's tired of making us look like dopes.
So you gave us multiple choice and true, false. See how I made it through the ACT, trying to get into college?
Knock, knock. Who's there? Darlene, ace in the SATs.
I have a knock knock
Thank
joke.
you.
Can I
You do?
tell
Yeah,
mine?
please.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, do I say knock knock?
Yes.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Dwayne.
Dwayne who?
Dwayne the bathtub, I'm drowning.
All righty now. I like that one, too.
Thank you.
Everybody laughs at knock-knock jokes. It's disappointing. Let's toss it on out.
What if Jake liked that? Jake, you got a knock-knock for us?